Hi. So I'm doing another video diary. Anyways, so I was driving around and I was thinking about the Bible verse about how we're supposed to become as little children, right? Like Jesus is, he's out doing his parables, and then he's talking to the crowd, and the disciples are stopping these children from coming up to Jesus, and he says, "Let them come." Anyways, I actually looked up the verse, okay? So I'm going to read it first, so that way I'm not butchering it. But he says, Matthew 18:2-4, "And calling to him a child, he put him in the midst of them, and said, Truly I say to you, unless you turn and become like children, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven. Whoever humbles himself like this child is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven." And now I could be completely off on my understanding of it and my interpretation, like what I was thinking when I was driving around. But I was thinking about my kids. And so what I was thinking of is that, like, they think I'm amazing, you know? I'm not as amazing as they think I am. So it's kind of like if you're a dog person instead of a kid person, kind of how your dog just kind of worships you, right, when you come in. And they just think so great of you. Like, you could scold them and stuff, and all they want is your approval. They just want you all the time, right? So anyways, my kids, right, they get excited when I come home. They're sad when I leave, and when I'm tucking them in for night, they always ask, hey, can you please sleep with me tonight, and all this kind of stuff. They want to be around me constantly. They think I'm like a superhero or something, and I don't think that of myself. I know the things that I think. I know the things that I do. I know how I go about my day and my actions. It's a lot less than what they think of me, right? How highly they think of me. And the thing is like, when we first come to Christ, or at least in my situation, when I came to Christ, that's what I thought of him, right? Is that he was amazing. He was glorious and powerful, and he could do anything, and he holds the worlds in his hands, and he created everything, and how amazing he is, right? And then over time, as we just go through our day, as we go through our lives, as we go through our weeks, our months, our years, we just start to lose that awe, right? That awe of God, and how glorious he is, and how amazing he is. And so what I was thinking is maybe that's what God's trying to tell us in that don't lose that, right? If we would humble ourselves and become as children, right? Because he's our Father who loves us. That we just think how amazing he is, how much he can provide for us, how much he does for us, right? And how much he thinks so highly of us. Because, I mean, with my kids, right? My kids love me. They adore me. But I adore them. And I want to do great things for them, right? I love lavishing affection on them, hugs and kisses, and telling them I love them all the time. And I get it all back. I get the hugs and random times, and kisses, and I love you, Dad, and all this kind of stuff. And that's what all I want in return. I just want them to love me back and to know how special they are. And so I was thinking, I mean, maybe that's what that is about. Maybe it's that God loves us so much, right? And we're so great in his eyes. We know the things that we do. We know who we are. We know all the bad stuff about ourselves and how we think about ourselves, which is less than the way that God sees us. The way that God sees us is the true way who we are. And he thinks we're amazing because he's created us that way. And he's also created us to love him. And so, yeah, those are my thoughts, though. I could be completely off. But the heart of the Father is that he's a father, right? And that he loves us. And that he has great and good plans for us, to prosper us, not to harm us, to look out for us, right? To protect us, to keep us safe, to provide for us. Like, the Bible talks about this stuff. And it says that even the birds, right, they have nests. Even the foxes, and they have dens, right? I think I'm mixing that up, actually, like with when Jesus was going around, he was calling disciples to him and saying that Jesus has no place, right? Anyways, but right? He provides for those things. He provides the flowers of the field, and they're going to be gone tomorrow. But how much more does he love us that he'll provide for us, right? And so it's kind of changed and turned to a different way. But I mean, if we know how great he is and how much he loves us and how much he highly thinks of us, then we can kind of return that as well. We should return that as well. And then he gets what he wants. Worship, right? He gets the adoration. He gets the affection, the love. And I think that's what he wants. All right, well, that's it. All right, I'm out. All right, bye.